Hello, my wonderful people. There is a news trending now that Bola Tinubu was shunned by European leaders who declined to meet him. Remember, some time ago, Bola Tinubu jet off Nigeria to Europe, and it was claimed by APC Media Aid that Bola Tinubu is on a working visit to Europe to interact with investors that he intends to bring into Nigeria. But news flying since yesterday supposes that these European leaders actually shunned Bola Tinubu. This is though unverified. However, the report that Bola Tinubu left Nigeria for Europe on a working visit is grossly misleading, according to insider sources. On the contrary, Europe leaders all agree to shun Bola Tinubu, and they all decline to meet him. Their decision is not only shameful, but also terrifying. Tinubu has been desperately trying to secure a meeting with these leaders, but all his plans have fallen on deaf ears. The reason for European leaders' refusal to meet with Tinubu is not a secret. They all agree that his election was fraudulent and illegitimate, and hence they totally reject the idea of legitimizing him in any way. They believe that by meeting with Tinubu, they would be endorsing his rigged election and betraying the Nigerian people. However, this decision is not just a slap in the face for Tinubu, but for the entire Nigerian population. The election that brought Tinubu to power was marred by huge disenfranchisement, violence, and killings of Nigerian voters. It was a blatant disaster for the democratic process and denial of the basic human rights. However, the implications of these decisions are there. The Nigerian people are left to suffer under the leadership of a man who was not elected fairly. The legitimacy of the Nigerian government is at stake, and the future of democracy in the country is uncertain. This news is according to the newsline that reported this very development. However, most people would believe that this could be true. This is because of the inconsistent statements by some APC chieftains who have been interviewed on national television about why Bola Tinubu has not shared a video clip or pictures where he is interacting with these alleged or supposed investors across Europe. This has made many to say that Bola Tinubu has not traveled to Europe on a working visit, but for a medical trip to speed up and boost his health ahead of the planned inauguration on 29th of May. Now listen to the rest of the news and you will see where the APC chieftains are being independently interviewed and what they said in response. Don't forget to give this video a like and share it. Bye for now.
Now, for the second time in as many months, the president-elect Bola Tinubu has travelled out of Nigeria for what his aides have described as a working visit to Europe. A statement said he would be meeting investors as part of efforts to re-establish Nigeria's importance in the global economic chain and to create empowering opportunities for this country's huge youth population. But his critics say it's a cover for a medical trip abroad to see his doctors for aftercare treatment after reportedly falling ill in late March, for which he travelled abroad at the time. So, who do we believe? Well, for more, that's why I said your time is ticking away, and if you want to spend time arguing about that,
we can go on, but
there are other issues here.
Please. Okay, let's continue.
And I'm sure you know there are widely circulating reports suggesting that this so-called working visit to Europe by Mr. Tinubu is just a cover for a medical trip. Those reports suggest that he fell ill in March and had to go for treatment, and now he's gone for aftercare to make sure he can withstand the rigors of the inauguration and its aftermath. What's your response to that?
This is a more pedantic position because it has no roots in facts. It has no roots in logic.
Well, it's not about logic. It's about reports that are circulating, which we need you to dispel.
So that's what I'm saying. Yeah. Because you have an official statement issued. If you are going to make a contrary position, you also need to bring out facts, clear facts, to say, okay, you have access to a doctor's report that is indicating that this person had fallen.
Good morning, Steve. It's good to be here again. All right, good morning. All right, let's start with the president-elect. His whereabouts is said to be in Europe. I know that you are a member of the APC and you are a keen watcher of events. How do you think that this last trip, a working visit to Europe, sounds to many Nigerians, given the fact that the president-elect was in France for more than a month just recently? And if you look at it, it simply means that in the 3 months leading to his inauguration, he will have spent half of those 3 months abroad. When you say that the president-elect is in Europe, where are we talking about? And 3-4 days after his travel, no single picture, no single footage of him meeting with the investors that we were told he will be meeting with. How comfortable do you think that this news is to those who elected him and those who still have issues with his declaration as the president-elect?
Thank you very much, Steve. Let me borrow my friend's word, Nicodemously. I mean, that is something done secretly or probably under the cover of the darkness. I don't think the journey or the trip embarked upon by our leader, the president-elect, was shrouded in secrecy. In fact, Tunde Rahman, his media aide, made it very clear in his release about his journey and what he intended to do. Probably, if you have not seen any photos or footages, it's simply because some people have not done their work. As a media person, I expect that you people should look out for him and find out what he's doing in Europe and then feed Nigerians.
Mr. Malay, okay, it looks like there's a glitch there, Shaitan. I mean, it was just making an interesting point there.
Definitely.
Shifting the blame to the media, who in his reckoning may not have done the best by seeking out the president-elect. But hey, the media aide to the president-elect says he will be going to Europe. Nigerians were not told which part of Europe, where he will land first, what the itinerary will be. But here's Mr. Malay, pushing the responsibility to the media to say, go and find out where he is. Go and find out who he's meeting with. Even when the handlers of the president-elect do not deem it fit, since according to him, he hasn't traveled Nicodemously. It was announced that he was going on a working visit too.
It shouldn't be a course of investigative journalism for the media. For every time the president-elect steps out of the country and the media aides come out to say, oh, he's in Europe, then it's now a call for journalists to say, oh, where is he in Europe?
Let's find out whether what he said is true.
Whether what he said is true. It should be very specific. He's the president of the federal, or about to be the president of the Federal Republic of Nigeria. So his movement is very important. But I'm hearing that he's back.